Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to dig into something really powerful from Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's this idea that explains why so many people get stuck on their path to wealth, even when they feel like they know all the rules.
So let's just start with the big question right away. Why is it that so many of us who are financially literate, we've read the books, we get the difference between an asset and a liability, still fail to get rich? It's like there's this huge gap between knowing what to do and actually doing it. So what's really stopping us?
Well, Kiyosaki has this perfect way of looking at it. Just imagine your journey to financial freedom is this clear path stretched out right in front of you. But bam, right in the middle of it are 5 massive boulders. And until you figure out how to get past them, you're pretty much not going anywhere.
So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to identify these 5 roadblocks. We'll group them into problems of mindset, habits, and attitude, and then we'll figure out exactly what it takes to clear that path for good.
Okay, first things first. Let's meet our opponents because, knowing exactly what you're up against, that is always the first step to winning.
So here they are, the big 5. Fear, cynicism, laziness, bad habits, and arrogance. According to Rich Dad, these 5 things right here are the main reasons why people, even super smart people, struggle to build that healthy asset column. Let's start with the 2 that are all in our heads, right? These are the destructive mindsets of fear and cynicism. And they have this nasty habit of paralyzing us before we even take the first step. Okay, this is so important. Everyone, and I mean everyone, even the wealthiest people you can think of, is afraid of losing money. It's totally normal. But the difference is in how they handle that fear. See, most people play not to lose. For them, the pain of losing is so much bigger than the joy of winning, so they just play it safe. But winners, they play to win. They have that Texan mindset. Remember the Alamo. They don't just bury their failures. They turn them into a rallying cry to come back even stronger.
And this quote just nails it. For a winner, a failure isn't the end of the road, it's just data. It's a lesson learned. But for a loser, that same failure is proof that they should just give up. The event itself is the same. It's the mindset that changes everything.
So what about that second boulder? Cynicism. We all have that little voice inside, right? That inner Chicken Little that just starts screaming, "The sky is falling," every single time we think about taking a risk. That's the voice of cynicism. It's just unchecked doubt and fear running wild.
And here's the crucial difference. A cynic criticizes. They do it to justify why they're not taking action. They'll say something like, "Oh, I'm not investing in real estate. I don't want to fix toilets." It's an easy out. But a winner analyzes. They ask a much better question, like, how can I own property and get all those benefits without ever having to fix a toilet? And that question, that analysis, leads them straight to a solution, like hiring a great property manager. Criticism closes doors, but analysis blows them wide open.
All right, we've tackled the mindsets. Now let's move on to the next couple of roadblocks. And these are all about our actions, our day-to-day stuff, laziness, and our bad habits.
This is such a brilliant point. When we think of laziness, we usually picture someone just sitting on the couch, doing nothing. But Rich Dad says the much more common and much more dangerous form of laziness is being frantically busy. Working late, running a million errands, packing your schedule, just so you can avoid confronting what really matters, like your financial health.
And the cure for this kind of laziness is so simple, but wow, is it powerful. Just stop saying, "I can't afford it." That statement literally shuts your brain down. It's a dead end. It's an excuse to stay lazy. Instead, you have to ask the question, how can I afford it? That question forces your brain to wake up, to get creative, to start problem solving and dreaming about what's possible.
All right, next up, bad habits. This one habit pretty much defines our entire financial reality. Poor Dad's habit? He paid all his bills first. And then, if there was anything left over, maybe he'd pay himself. Rich Dad's habit was the complete opposite. You pay yourself first. You put money into your asset column before a single bill gets paid.
Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds terrifying, right? The bill collectors are going to be calling. And yeah, they will. But that's the whole point. That pressure from your creditors becomes your greatest motivation. It's like a workout for your mental money muscles. It forces you to get creative, to find new sources of income, and to become smarter and stronger with money. It's about turning that fear into a tool for growth.
And that brings us to the 5th and final boulder. And this one is all about attitude. And honestly, this one just might be the most dangerous of them all. Arrogance.
Kiyosaki's definition here is just razor sharp. Arrogance is nothing more than ego plus ignorance. It's what people use to cover up a gap in their knowledge. So instead of just admitting they don't understand an investment or some financial concept, they'll puff out their chest and pretend they know it all.
And this is exactly why arrogance is so expensive. Every single time you pretend to know something you don't, you are literally setting yourself up to lose money. So the key is, if you're ignorant about something, don't hide it. You should see it as an opportunity. Go find an expert, read a book, educate yourself. That is how you turn a major weakness into a money-making strength.
So to wrap this all up, here it is, your personal path-clearing checklist. To manage fear, you've got to shift from playing not to lose to playing to win. To overcome cynicism, stop criticizing and start analyzing. To beat laziness, you ask, how can I afford it, not I can't. To change your habits, you pay yourself first always. And to drop the arrogance, you just have to be humble and educate yourself.
And that brings us to the final and really the most important question of all. We've laid out the 5 boulders that stop most people from ever reaching financial freedom. So take a second, be really honest with yourself. Which one of these is standing in your way? Because just identifying it, just knowing its name, is the first real step to finally getting it out of your path for good.